A billionaire offered $1 million to anyone who could tame his dangerously aggressive dog, and the only one who succeeded was a homeless teenage girl. In the heart of New York City, where sirens echo through towering buildings and streets overflow with stories, a teenage girl named Lena wandered the sidewalks, her entire life packed into a tattered backpack and a coat 2 sizes too big, once her father's. For the last 2 years, Lena had called the streets her home, ever since a terrible apartment fire had taken the lives of her parents, leaving her with only memories, a photo, and a city that never looked back. She drifted like a ghost, invisible among the crowds, blending into the chaos. Her most precious possession? A folded, sun-bleached photo of her mom and dad, always close to her heart. One bitter January morning, steam curling from a sidewalk grate near Times Square, Lena stopped in front of a glowing electronics store. Dozens of screens blared the news, but one headline made her freeze. Billionaire offers $1 million to save dangerous dog. The anchor's voice explained, Alexander Grant, one of Manhattan's wealthiest and most private businessmen, had made an unbelievable offer. $1 million to anyone who could successfully rehabilitate his late wife's German Shepherd, Titan. Once a gentle companion, the dog had become terrifying and aggressive since her passing. Titan's behavior had grown unmanageable. He had bitten professionals, refused to eat, and spent nights howling in agony. Some experts suggested putting him down, but Alexander refused. Titan, he said, was his late wife's last memory, the only living trace of her love. She had passed away from cancer, and Titan had stayed by her side through it all. Her scent lingered in his fur, her loss carved deep into his instincts. Alexander couldn't let him go. Not yet. People were stunned. Some believed it was a PR stunt. Others were tempted by the money, but none lasted longer than 2 days with Titan. They all walked away, bitten, terrified, defeated. But Lena didn't see a threat in Titan. She saw grief, the same kind she carried every day. She remembered her mom's voice. Some souls speak only in silence. You just have to listen long enough. That same night, Lena made her way to the Upper East Side, to the grand black gates of the Grant estate. She rang the intercom. A voice crackled, "Who are you?" "A girl who knows what it means to lose everything," she replied. The guards chuckled. "You? This isn't the game." But when checked the security camera, something in her eyes made him pause. Maybe it was her calmness, or the storm behind her silence. "Let her in," he said. Inside the marble halls of the mansion, Titan was brought in by trembling handlers. The dog lunged, snarling, teeth bared, eyes full of fire. Everyone backed away, except Lena. She sat down on the cold tile floor, cross-legged, hands visible, voice steady. She didn't try to control him. She just spoke about the fire, the fear, the nights she cried alone. Titan didn't lunge. His growl softened. He stared at her uncertain, but not violent. Alexander, watching from the balcony, didn't breathe. The next day, Lena returned. Then the next. Every time she brought something, a cracked tennis ball from Central Park, a piece of jerky she saved, or a threadbare scarf that still smelled faintly like her mother. She didn't touch him. She just sat, day after day, in quiet companionship. On the 5th day, Titan sniffed her fingers, then nuzzled her palm. She smiled, but said nothing. Their bond didn't need words. Within 2 weeks, Titan changed. He wagged his tail at the sound of her voice. He ate again. One afternoon, he rested his head in her lap as she whispered stories from her childhood. The household staff were stunned. Alexander watched through the window, torn between awe and grief. One morning, he approached Lena as she sat in the garden, Titan at her side. "You've done what no one else could. Titan was my wife's heart. He never left her side. I think he broke the moment she left this world." Lena nodded slowly. "I know what that feels like." He handed her a white envelope. She opened it carefully. Inside, a bank draft for $1 million. She blinked. "I didn't do this for money." "I know," he said. "That's why you were the only one who could." Then he hesitated. "Would you stay? This place is full of ghosts. Titan and I need someone like you." Lena looked at Titan, then at Alexander. She nodded. She wasn't just saving Titan, he was saving her too. Weeks passed. Lena moved into the guest house on the estate. With a portion of the money, she founded Hope Tales, an organization that trained troubled shelter dogs and gave them new purpose. Titan became her partner, not just in training, but in healing. He had a gift now. He could sense when another dog was frightened or when a child needed comfort. He was more than a survivor. He was a protector, a teacher. Media outlets called her the girl who spoke dog. Lena ignored the fame. She only cared about giving broken things a second chance. Alexander often sat in the same garden his wife once cherished, watching Lena and Titan walk among the trees. And slowly, the air felt lighter, the house warmer. Where loss had once lived, something new began to grow. Sometimes, the ones who are most lost are the ones who show others the way. And sometimes the most dangerous souls